Year 743, July 15th. This is the account of Harald, historian and humble wizard of the Order. With the castle, which we call Mons Bonomvi, nearly finished, we, the Order that is, have been delving deeper into the mountain as of late. We've built catacombs under the castle, which may serve as sanctuaries if it is one day taken, and there we endeavour to keep all our most ingenious spellbooks and artifacts hidden and safe. In our digging, we've come across a number of interesting abnormalities, one of which is most intriguing. An immovable block of dark stone, the likes of which we have never encountered. Looking deep into it, there's a purple sheen, and it is almost like glass, but much harder. Notably, it is placed directly under and in the centre of the small tower, which we have affectionately named Hrothgar's Wake, as our good friend Hrothgar has taken a liking to the view from atop. The tower was here when we first arrived, and we only built the rest of the castle around it. I wonder who built it. September 3rd, 743. We have discovered something fabulous today. One of the apprentices was sent down to grab one of the books from the secret library under Wake Tower, and in his hurry he put the lightning staff down on that orb block. We all heard a bang from outside and rushed to find him calling us down. Arriving in the secret library, we found much of it burnt, as though in fire. But it wasn't just the books. Even the stone shelves and floor were blackened. The young apprentice told us there was a great flash when the staff hit the strange block. Looking closer now, we found it was glowing, and when the chief wizard put one of our spellbooks upon it, as he searched among its pages, it stuck! The book and block are now bound together, and it seems to take in all the power and knowledge of our spellbooks around it, letting us enchant items with ease. Very interesting. But in other news, with winter coming, we've started filling up the storehouse in the south wing. I can't wait for the feasts. December 12th, 743. A weary traveller came by the castle when we were feasting, asking for shelter, and when we welcomed him in to share our meal, he had an interesting story to tell. He talked of a portal to another world which he had heard tell of. He said that there many magical things were to be found, but that the land is under the control of an evil dragon who enslaves the few inhabitants. Yet anyone who might slay the dragon would gain the power of flight, and much experience. I'm not sure what he meant by that. Few of us believed him at first. Though we work with magic more than most, it seemed still quite a tall tale. However, he produced as proof a rod that glowed with a strange light. He gave it to our care, and we have since stored it in the secret library under Wake Tower. Later, perhaps we shall find out more. August 9th, 746. Our searches have led us to some unfortunate times as of late. As we have been searching for the fabled end portal and researching what lay on the other side with such fervor, I must point out Hrothgar and Gaius in particular have become very obsessed with finding it. We've opened a different portal. I don't know the specifics of how they built or lit it, for I've been away traveling for some time. Deep in the catacombs they constructed it and then went through. When they returned, they were singed and terrified. They said there was a horrible place on the other side full of monsters, fire and lava, and a ghost-like creature that sounded like a cat. We swiftly went to break the portal and seal whatever was on the other side away, but there was great pig-like roots that came through before we could, and we had to flee the catacombs and block them in. But the portal remains open down there, and we simply must find a way to close it before they break out. August 13th, 746. The piglins have broken through. They have ravaged much of the castle. We are forced to flee. July 15th, 783. It has been a long time since I wrote in this history, or indeed called myself either a historian or a wizard. But as another July 15th has come, I have travelled to our old castle, there on the good, strong hill. It still stands proudly, but Our old home remains only as ruins. There is a cave that leads down into what once was the catacombs. The secret library is much destroyed, and the enchanting table has lost its book, though a strange block remains. I still wonder if we might have ever found out what it is. I leave this there, for it tells the tale of the castle. But this is not the end. Our order still exists, though we now wander, separated and without a true home. One day, the castle will rise again to welcome the once and future king.